All right. Welcome back, everyone. It's a very quick turnaround, obviously. I streamed yesterday for 4.5 hours. Don't know if I'll be going that long today. I've got some stuff I might want to do later on. I, however, did a lot of work towards work applications and stuff, so it was a very busy day for me today. Otherwise, however, I've had a pretty nice evening, and we've got a long weekend this weekend. So I have tomorrow off as well, which I am very happy for. Also, I am, as of right now, 3 followers away from meeting the affiliate requirements. So it would be super cool if we could do that today. That's my goal for today. Be to get 3 followers. So if anyone jumps in, that'd be nice. But of course, I assume the people who are already here are people who are already interested in it. Obviously, thank you guys for following when you did. So today our goals are, we're going to let our dwarves train for a bit longer. This time we're going to let our militia dwarves and their off-duty squad train. And we'll probably end up sending out another excursion down to here in the hope to take out the rest of them. For you, however, demand surrender. We'll see if we can get some more dwarven caravans. It would be nice. Ooh. Alright, we'll just unassign you two. I think it's you, is it? Yeah. Where are you going? Oh, you claimed a metalsmith's workshop. Very cool. Where are you going now? Oh, you must be going to get bones or something. Yeah. So yeah, this was nice. First few minutes of the stream, we got a Fey mood, and it's in a metal shop. It's a metal workers workshop, so it might be something fun. Might be like a legendary weapon or something, maybe. I am just going to change this music up. This music's fine for leading into this kind of stream, but I don't think it's actively what the mood is falling for. Yeah, you'll do. And you're already building your construction, so what do you have there? Oh. You pause on the music. You got some pig iron bars, some goblin cap logs, some badger leather, some rock salt blocks, some reacher bone, and some hungry head bone. Okay. I do think, however, we need a lot more bins. wooden bin. Just make us like 30 of these, because it looks like we just don't have enough of them. There's a bunch of things around that aren't being stored in bins that should be in bins. So I think having some more stuff like that probably wouldn't hurt. Right, and for these guys, like everyone to update their equipment. Details here, hang on. Let me get rid of the leather hood. And instead give you a leather cap. Hammer, dwarf. This one. Right, so otherwise we just need to get a bunch of... We're making a bunch of metal. A pig iron mace. That was quick. Is that you here? Are you a legendary weaponsmith now? Yes, you are. Guess who's being assigned to weaponsmithing? I'll take you off a few of those other things, I think. I'm gonna take you off wood burning. You're one of the threes as well. Is that a stonecrafter? No. Well, you're a doctor, so you should be a doctor. What's the other one? 6? That's fine. Because you're going to be doing a lot more weapon making now that you're a legendary weaponsmith. I think it just makes sense. Right, and in here we are going to put stone of metal ores, except for hematite, limonite, and magnetite. As you can see, we've burned through the fairly decent collection of metal ore we have here, but we still have like well over 300, I think. Of like, well, I think we have well over 400 of both of the metal, of all 3 of the iron types left. So I think it's just a good idea to just have an area near the smelters that has a lot of other stuff, in case you want to put stuff together. Let's read this description. Objects. Big iron mace. $7100. Bands of pig iron and cushion rock salt cabochons. This object menaced with spikes of badger leather and hungry head bone. On the item is an image of cattle, most basements of dwarf and tigers in goblin cap. Interesting. So, what I think I'm going to do is I might just install another... Actually, you know what? I'm going to go to the Weaponsmiths Guild. Which one is that? It's this one here, I think. Yes. We're going to put furniture in here. We're going to put a display in the back here. And on that display, we shall put our legendary weapon. Legendary artifact weapon. Wooden bins are done. Great. We got some more dingo pups. And we have a lot of dingoes all of a sudden. Gave birth to triplets. Oh boy. No wonder we have so many of them all of a sudden. Right, looks like one of our dwarves is currently in prison. Oh yes, we need to add more. So the idea here is to obviously have our dwarves have a very nice place to, you know, be in while they're arrested. The idea, of course, is that when you have a nice place where the dwarves are when they're arrested, they don't get as bad a mood. Which means they are much less likely to spiral. And then we need to put in chains. And then we need to smooth the whole thing. The object is showing some wear. People are sparring. Good. There's stuff being done around, it seems, as well. Oh, that's right. I wanted to check. That's been dug out and that's been put in. Good. As you can probably tell, there's a lot of limonite and a lot of magnetite around here. So, not necessarily worried for any more iron ore we might need. Ooh. Need to go tourmaline. Militia captain. Cool. So, what I would like to do is, at some point during the stream, I would like to send out another raiding party. Maybe the 2 squads we sent last time again. In the hope of taking out that entire... encampment. Because we're not looking to take it over, we're just looking to raise it. Right, why aren't you happy? You don't actually have any family or friends here. Dreams of raising a family. Torn apart lower spine nervous tissue. Can't walk. So what I can do is I could assign you to this burrow for a bit and just let you like socialize with people. I don't think there's a way for me to force romance on things. Is the annoying? It's not necessarily the annoying thing, but I can't do much about it. Oh, excuse me. Seems to be very tired today. You're stressed. You have to craft object, be with family, and martial training. Right, what's your labor? You're a haulier, and that's all you do. Right, let's turn that off. You do carpentry stuff, I guess. Don't really care about that. Doesn't really matter though. Take you off that, you should be able to do some whatever else might come up. Make some chains or craft some metal or whatever have you. It at the very least means that you'll be a bit happier, which is good. Oof. Right, we've had one of our guys return. Yep. Nothing of any real note at the moment. Oh, we got some more lambs. Good. An absolute ton of food around. Grizzly bear liver stew. It's kind of cool. Morbid, but kind of cool. Ooh, native gold. Where's that? Ooh, nice. So what was the next thing we wanted to look at? We wanted to... So I've basically set up some orders here, I believe, to just make me a bunch of steel stuff, because we have a bunch of steel bars. We have an absolute mountain of it. Same with iron. I also wanted to see our billion coins. I wanted to see the ones from this year, because they will be different than the ones from last year. There it is. Billion currency of Gangashir from the year 58. On the front of the coin is an exceptionally designed image of Neil Rimhale, the dwarf and dwarves. Neil Rimhale is surrounded by the dwarves. The artwork relates to the ascension of dwarf Neil Rimhale to the position of king of the stoked quakes in one. On the coin's back is a rendition of the crescent rock, an exceptionally designed image of 3 white milled plants. The image is the symbol of the stoked quakes of the dwarven civilization. That's kind of cool. It's different than all. Every year you get different front and backs of all your coins, so it's kind of cool to see that come up. Oh yeah, I wanted to make a Armorsmiths Guild. Because we don't have one. And not having one seems kind of stupid. Is that installed over here? Yes, it is. Ooh, there we go. That's the one. And then over here we want to do some engraving as well, just to increase the value of the place. Ooh. And then we want to install... We'll install some armor stands, because this is going to be our armor smiths. I think that makes sense. There's engraving being done as well. Very nice. Mandated construction of certain goods. I guess it's going to be greaves. Okay. You might as well make some steel greaves then. Just make 10 of them. It'll satisfy her. Black zircon. More gemstones. Very nice. As we can see here, the digging out has been quite effective. Is that sphalerite? No, it's garnet. We found a light yellow diamond. Very cool. We've made some electrum bars as well. Very nice. Has our bin orders been completed? No, it's on the way. We're going to need those bins, it looks like, because all of our areas are filling out very quickly. Still a bunch of chalk around there. Tetrahedrite, I believe, is copper and... I want to say it's copper and silver at a low percentage. Like it's a 20% chance of an extra silver bar per... Yeah, let me turn off the... What's that mint billion coins job at? There it is. Struck rock crystal. Masterpiece steel greaves. We do also need a ton more barrels, it looks like. So let me put in another order for some wooden barrels. Make another 30 of them. Screw it, 40 of them. Definitely wouldn't hurt to have some more around. Also, let me just view this stockpile and let me add another little area for it, like over here. Because it looks like we don't have enough space to store all of our goblets at the moment. More hematite. Masterpiece cage. That means at least these big birds, big dogs will stay in here. That's excuse me, Jesus, that's fine. Something going on there. Weird. Oh, lapis. We also need some more buckets, so we'll just make some more wooden buckets. make 50 of them. That at the very least means that our carpenters will be busy doing things for a bit. Got a visiting diplomat. Some more masterpiece stuff. Yeah. Right. We're going to make a new meeting area here. Except, it'll be a new guild hall established on. Armorer hall. This is our metalsmiths hall, which is different. Metalsmithing is stuff like statues and things like that. Metal crafts, I guess is a good way to put it. More and more gemstones, it seems. Stuff is getting mined out, though. There's native gold there. Galvanorite. What's galvanorite again? Oh, it's just nickel. Nickel. What ores in this game use nickel as a combination? I think nickel is sterling silver, a combination of silver and nickel. I'll just check. Dwarf Fortress. Nickel. Nickel alloys. It is, however, magma safe. Right, so apparently you can just use it to make nickel silver, but apparently it's better to make brass with it. Because brass is more valuable than nickel silver, it seems. Which, I mean, odd, but fair enough. Thoughts. No, thoughts. Personality needs. None, because you're a child. Oh, Lignite's coal. That's good. Oh, there's some here. That lignite being so high up is kind of nice. Dig that all out. Masterpiece, silk trousers, very nice. We are going to... Oh wow, we've chopped out a lot of this. What's in here? Limonite, tetrahedrite, hematite, magnetite. Nothing too fancy, it seems. Just a lot of the normal stuff. Oh, one thing that I wanted to do. I wanted to pop one of these goodie huts that we have over here. I think there's one here. So what I wanted to do is I wanted to pop one of these gutty huts so that way we could see what was in it. Sapphire. Lots of tetrahedrite up here. Did we dig out any of it? Yeah, there's some tetrahedrite ore. Yeah, it's silver and copper. So now I wanted to check something. Do we have any more? No, we don't have any more prepared food left in our areas, which is good. We do also have some drink down here because sometimes the dwarf will go, oh, I want a drink, and be down in the basement and have to come all the way around. Setu Moth has come, a towering scaly moth. It has large mandibles and it has a bloated body. Its chartreuse scales are round and set far apart. Beware its poisonous gas. Where are you? Okay, so you're in the basement. And that's locked. So I don't think we have to worry about you. Setu the Lost. You are frail, however, but you are poisonous. Which means that you are decidedly more dangerous than you appear, because you will poison our dwarves and they will die to that. So my hope is that something down here kills you, like maybe there's a... There's a couple things down here that might actually kill you. That's my hope, anyway. Can the poisonous gas escape? I think it only uses the poisonous gas if it is in combat. So, for example, it says beware its poisonous gas, meaning that if it's in combat, it will, like, you'll see that, like, a mist effect coming off of it, and it'll spread poisonous gas. And since all of our dwarves are melee dwarves, because I couldn't figure out how to get, we have a rabbit there that's hungry. Because I couldn't figure out how to get the actual thing to work properly. Assign all of these guys here. So it is kind of annoying. However, they're down here, which I believe means they can't actively get through the door we have down here. It can, however, fly because it is a giant moth. At the moment, it's not necessarily scary. Obviously, there is a bunch of wood down here that we might need to gather up in the future. Oh, it's about to fight this Reacher. He resists sicknesses and it's agile. It's dead. However, this thing is also seriously injured, because it is frail. So you can see what I mean. It killed something that was resistant to sickness in like 2 seconds. Um, so there is some argument that we could definitely kill it. However, do I want to waste 1 or 2 of my highly trained dwarves on killing a forgotten beast that's not any threat to us right now, versus just letting it die to the natural cave inhabitants? Personally, I think just letting it die to the natural cave inhabitants is better, because something down there will kill it. It will get attacked by like another Reacher, or it'll get attacked by like some other things down here in the basement. Let's see what's down here in the basement. These are all our thieves and stuff like that. Plump helmets and there's a giant cave spider. It's in the wrong area though. But I do think that has access to us. It does. There's also a troll around somewhere. And a couple of hungry heads. I think these guys are in the basement, yeah. So for example, let's just go down to the basement here. Let's say there was a spawn of cave dwellers in the basement right now. They physically can't get to us, but they would be perfectly capable of killing this thing. If there was like 5 of them, and like there was a couple of them who were anyway talented at range stuff, it wouldn't even be a question. But poison's one of those things that makes me scared. Like, we lost 1 dwarf to a frail forgotten beast with webs. We might lose 3 or 4 dwarves to a forgotten beast with poison, just because of the poison damage. And that's not really worth it to me. Health. As you can see, its ability to stand is already somewhat impaired, but remember, it can fly, so who cares really? The Queen has mandated more goods. Crutches. Platinum crutches. See, I don't think this thing would be hard to kill. It's just that if it didn't have the poison breath, I think it would be so... I think this thing would actually be quite easy to kill if it didn't have poison breath. But I'm not going to go down there after it at the moment. I think I'm just going to leave it be. Training need... Now, that should mean that we should get a bunch of dwarves going around doing other stuff at the minute. Cool. Yeah, so now it's bleeding and it's also seriously injured, so it might actually die to the hungry heads. Maybe. There's 3 of them gathering up on it. There's another one coming in emotional shock. If I had archers, I'd be fine. Yeah, the Forgotten Beast just got killed by some hungry heads. So, yeah. You can open that up now. Let people gather up some stuff. So all it took was 4 hungry heads and a single reacher to kill that thing. Obviously some people will argue in the comments that, hey, you should have just gone out and killed it, but at the same time I will argue that I don't necessarily think it's worth putting the fort at risk just because of a single thing. If it didn't have the poison, I would have just sent down my dwarves and been like, "Yeah, that'll be an easy kill, no worries." But because they'd had poison, it was a bit more of a potential for it to go poorly. And we're going to be sending out some of our dwarves in a little bit to go fighting actual encampments, which I think I'm going to do now, actually. So this one here, we attacked yesterday. It had 20 when we sent people out. So we're going to raise them. We're going to send them out. They're going to get their kills. And what we're actually going to do is we're going to create a new squad. The Ranger variety. The Geared Lances. We're going to assign some leaders. We're going to assign some people who have a need for training. Who are not in the military, who are not officials, who are not nobles, who don't have infants, who don't hate combat, who aren't maimed. You. Reason I'm more picky on these guys is because they're actually going to be full-time military dwarves. I'm going to try and set up a proper ranged unit here. Oh, you're a ranger. Perfect. You can do. You're an adept armor user. Excellent. So you guys are going to train up here. It's another 10 dwarves, obviously, that won't be doing random bits and pieces around the fortress. The hope is that we have so many now at this point, and it's not necessarily a big deal. So we're going to go into here to assign these guys to the Geared Lances. These guys will be trained for the Geared Lances. Now, let me just take a look here real quick at these guys, at their equipment. Iron mail shirt, leather armor, leather hood, leather trousers, leather gloves, iron high boots, and an iron crossbow. That looks good to me. Yeah, that looks fine. So we're going to schedule you guys to be on training constantly. We're going to take you guys off constant training. We're going to make some more leather armor. I'm going to make 10 more of them. I'm going to make some more leather hoods. We'll make like 15 of each. Not 48, 15. We also need some more native platinum, so we're going to go ahead and locate some more. Can't find unmined native platinum. Okay. When was the last time you found native platinum? I think this level? Yeah, there's native platinum right here. What do you mean it's not unmined? Then we're going to go ahead and use dig, exp, ladder. And what we're going to do is we're going to remove everything in here. And we're going to do a straight line down here. Oh. All. And we're going to do the same up here. And then down here we're just going to do little pops. And we're just going to see if we can find some more native platinum, because there was some on this level that we dug out. Want to see if we can find some more. Because we do have a non-insignificant amount of platinum nuggets just lying around doing nothing, so. It is a not insignificant amount of digging, correct, but, you know. At this point, you'd hope with 5 legendary miners that it wouldn't take super long to get through. Like, as you can tell, this wasn't dug out at all, really, until we started off the stream today, and it's already done really well. It's not gabbro, it's magnetite. Tetrahedrite, ganorite, tetrahedrite, native gold? Yeah, native gold. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to turn off the make platinum splint. Crutch, sorry. And instead we're going to start mining out some of this gold. Because platinum is more valuable, obviously enough. But we seem to have a lot more gold, so might as well use that. And this is what I mean about all this exploratory mining, is that you can find a lot of this a lot easier. Because like we have some more veins over here as well. I think I saw a vein up here somewhere. Or have I dug it out? Might have dug it out. But there's so much gold. That's a lot of gold. I think it's kind of worth it just to have, you know, a very, very fancy ore that we can work on. Tiger Iron, Rare, Resin Opal. Nothing too unique there. And are these guys training now? You're clumsy and bad with words. You're strong and sickly. Not creative, impatient. You've good focus. Creative, quick to love. Musical. High kinesthetic, high social, and good spatial sense. You're actually pretty good. We also have like well over like we have well over like 1900 iron bolts, I think. Yeah, we have 2,500 of them. So, not really worth my time spending any extra willpower on that. We've got plenty of iron bolts around, plenty of iron ore around. Like, this whole thing is magnetite and hematite. This is all iron. This whole chunk here. So, it's not really worth thinking too much about. Tetrahedrite. Blue jade. Very pretty. Yeah, as you can see, stuff is already being mined out. So as for like turning this into a giant sort of housing area, sort of already in the grave, but hey, there's enough housing up here really for it to work as an area for now. And hey, I can always go up like 2 more levels and put some housing in here, or go down like 2 more levels. Like go down below this. Go down below this here and put in more housing here. If I wanted to, I guess. Right, where are you guys? Are you guys still gone? Five female and 3 male beak dogs, a copper pick, a willow chair, leather bag, some socks. So those guys are already on the way, it looks like. Should be there at some point in the not too distant future, and we can see if they raise the place to the ground or not. Hopefully they do. Billion coins, more resin opal, masterpiece stuff. People are sparring. Okay. Do we need more bins? How are we doing on leather? We're alright on leather, actually, given... Yeah. Not doing too bad on leather. Wooden bins. Make another 50 of them. Because it looks like we don't have enough. You know, basically every single area you see that has like mugs and stuff in it should have bins where the mugs can be stored to make it a bit easier for everybody. But apparently not, so. Doing any kind of gathering down here in the basement? Maybe you were picking up some more of that wood? Yeah, it looks like you're hauling wood, I think. You need a decent study. Are you new? You don't have a thing there. That's weird. More onyx. No native platinum yet, though. Yeah, as you can see, a lot of this has already been dug out, which is good, and there's more getting dug out along here, and there's... Hopefully there's some more native platinum around here somewhere. It'd be nice to have some more of it. There was also some of it, I think, on this level that we dug out initially. But I haven't seen any more of it. Let's throw on a different tune here for a minute. Yeah, you'll do. Wooden barrel is done. Very nice. You guys are doing a bunch of planting, aren't you? Yeah, it looks like it. That's good. There's some fallerite along here, looks like, yeah. Over here too, yeah. So here's some of it. We have 2 platinum bars. We have 125 platinum nuggets around. So we have some platinum bars around. We have some platinum nuggets around. We just don't have any ores. Go ahead and smelt native platinum ore. Smelt like 50 of them. That's like half of our reserve, but hey, it doesn't really bother me. It means that if we want to make like some really fancy... Oh, we struck native platinum. Never mind. So there is some of it in here. Oh, this is further down, actually. So this is down near our... this is our exploratory area. Oh, our dwarves have returned. There they are. Very nice. Let's take a look at that report. So the spoils report. 1 grizzly bear bone bracelet, 25 copper bolts, 25 iron arrows, 1 silver mace, 1 black bear leather backpack, 5 beak dogs, and 8 more beak dogs. In the late spring of 58, the noble tree of Den looted treasures and seized livestock from Sturdville. In the late spring of 58, the fortress of the noble tree of Den rampaged through Sturdville. In the late spring of 58, the sorceress seducer fled Sturdville. In the late spring of 58, the noble trees of Den destroyed Sturdville. So we've destroyed that encampment. There's another 20 there, another 40 there, another 10 there. Okay. We shall make this passable for now, and we shall assign beak. I think stuff needs to load in, so if I just keep letting it play, it should eventually come in. Did we lose anyone? Nobody there. Nobody there. Cool. Everyone's still here. see if there's any actual beak dogs to assign in here. Because we learned the beak dogs will attack these guys, so it's genuinely a bad idea to keep them in the same area. Hey Turbia, thanks for the follow. I didn't notice that earlier. I apologize. Oh, gotta save. Perfectly timed. So that means that I am exactly 2 followers away from meeting the requirements for affiliate. So I want to thank you again, Turbia, for the follow. It's a big help. Puts me very close to my goal. The Queen has mandated more goods. What goods do you want? Do you want hatch covers? Just make wooden ones. Wooden hatch cover. Just make the 3 of them. That's more than enough. Wood bin has been made. Leather armor has been made. Leather hood's been made. So let me just go in here and check you guys. Equip. Update equipment. Oh, the doggy's getting up. He's noticing that I am actually talking and being like, "Oh, what's going on here?" Oh, there they are. There's the beak dogs. Right, all of those beak dogs need to be assigned to here. Oh boy, that's a lot of beak dogs. 18 beak dogs all of a sudden. This is a very similar situation to the dingoes, even though I don't think the dingoes will attack our normal dwarves. I.e. these guys will just basically hang around and, you know, be like giant dogs. But, you know, there's probably worse stuff around. It is now summer. There's lots of native platinum down here. Good stuff. That's what I was looking for. Got some more bituminous coal as well. Now these guys, let me take a look at your equipment. Not the worst thing in the world looking at. Struck ruby. Nice. Anything else around here? Lots of native. No, that's limonite. Wrong color. Tetrahedrite and magnetite. Lots of good stuff around here, it seems. That's a lot of magnetite. Oh my goodness. It looks like they kind of stepped into the edge of the map and then left. That's okay, I guess. Snatchers. This is our militia squad. So I'm going to have them get a bit of combat experience and actually go out there and try to kill something. There they are. They're coming. Meow. Very good. We will unlock these. So they are moderately effective. Now I'm kind of curious. Let's find one of these random guys. So let's go with Risen. You're a recruit. What's your skill like? You're dabbling. You're also dabbling at a lot of things. Ugh. What are your needs? You're doing alright. See, even if those, like, let's say, for example, right, that those snatchers managed to get in through the roof over here. They managed to get in through this little area we have, and they went down and down. They would immediately be eaten by these guys if they kept trying to go down. They would get to here, our stray dingoes would see them, and they would get attacked and eaten by them more than likely. Some stray beak dogs have been slaughtered because there's too many of them. I'm totally fine with that. Means that we can have some more soap tallow and stuff like that. Beak dog fat, skulls, and skins and stuff like that for leather. Could be worse. Let's just put in a make soap from tallow order. Just make me like 30 of them. Just make 30 soaps. Just because it's probably not a bad idea to have a load of it around. Just in case there's a big fight and we need to like patch up a bunch of people at the same time. I will also go to this hospital and put this up to like 50 amount of soap. Uh, 20 buckets is probably fine, to be honest. There's platinum crutches in there and splints and stuff. Very good, very good. What is our coke situation like? It's still okay. And how much is the stockpile here filled up? It's filled up a bit. Coke from bituminous coal. Let's put it on a loop. Someone will come around and start doing that, and then we'll all of a sudden have a load more coke than we know what to do with. Which I'm happy to have. And of course, the next... Oh, they made some brass toys. Nice. And they've tanned some hides. Good. I don't necessarily think that you have to do tanning hides up here. I don't think it makes. What's the phrase? I don't think there's like a miasma from it. I just think it's genuinely a good idea to have it near where your butcher is, so that way they can immediately move the hide to here, and then it can be tanned and brought downstairs. So that at the very least means that you end up in a situation where there are less bits and pieces around. But what I will do is I will set up a cloth. No, it's not cloth. Where is it? Leather. All leather can go here. But it's only from that stockpile. And this stockpile will take items from this stockpile. So that way, there's less places for people to have to run to. It's not as bad as I thought it would be. Could definitely be worse. More lapis. Okay, so we've destroyed one of those encampments. The big problem are these two areas here, because I think this actually is a old dwarven fort. However, what I'm going to do is I'm going to let my ranged dwarfs train a bit more. Once they get to like competent. So let me just take a look here. If I can find one of them. Let's go with English. No. ING. Why aren't you appearing? Melville. This one. You're a dabbling marksmith, Mark's dwarf at the moment, but I think after some training, like after maybe 2 or 3 months of constant training, they will essentially hit the level where they are good enough to actively be sent out into the world to fight, which is fine. Jesus, that's a lot of iron. How goes the digging here? Tetrahedrite. Nothing fancy at the moment. Lots of limonite. More magnetite. More gemstones. Isn't really much around here, looks like. FPS. Uh, 20. Just want to see if setting a low cap will fix what's going on here. It's improved it a little bit. Oh, that road's been built. That's good. All of our roads have been built. Very nice. Well, a lot of seeds there. That's good. Never have enough of those things in the future, to be honest. But hey, it seems like everything's going okay. You guys have actively been off training for not for quite a bit, but for a little while now. I think I'll leave you guys off training for a bit longer. However, what I will do is... Guys over here demand surrender from those guys. Just so that way we can see if they send anything to us. Because if they send more trading caravans, that means we might end up in a situation where there is actively some decent trade going on. Because right now we basically can buy whatever we want. So I think that the idea of taking, you know, of getting more and more trading caravans in wouldn't necessarily hurt. Oh, you're hauling gemstones. You're also captain of the guard. What I think we have to do is we have to get rid of a bunch of these other animals. We have 14 reindeer. Nine giant dingoes. 6 elk birds. 6 sheep, 5 chickens. What's the command here? I think we kind of need to clean out some of the animals we have, because we have a lot of animals here. And that might be causing some problems. Oh no, these are beak dogs. I do want 6 of those. However, these cavies? I don't know what these guys are. That means that they'll be slaughtered. The llamas will keep the way that they are. The giant dingoes will keep the way that they are. The goats we're fine with. The yaks, they produce milk and stuff. The elk birds I kind of want to train still. The sheep are good for cloth and stuff. The chickens I don't really care about. Just slaughter them. The pigs are the same. The horses, the turkeys. The chinchillas, just slaughter the chinchillas. Don't tell Smitchell I said that. She'll kill me. Everything else there we can keep. And that'll mean that there'll be a lot of butchering. Means we'll have a lot more meat, and we'll have to probably put in another order for some more soap. Because there's no point in letting any of it go to waste. Soap from tallow. Oh, we've only made one more soap from the tallow. So you might as well leave it be for a bit. I know that the Dwarf Fortress is smart enough not to slaughter pets, because that causes immense amounts of bad moods, which can be a problem, as you can imagine. Looks like everyone's doing okay. Let me go into here and adjust that bind book situation here. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Bind book. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to see if we have any more people we can add to this. Nobody here has any squiring skills. We've got any scholars. Put you in, because you're just being a thing for a bit. Put in this scholar. Let people try it out, see if we can get some more books being written. And let's see how the training's going up here. Archery practice. Archery practice, very good. People are doing okay. We're seeing an improvement. Seeing an improvement overall, which is good. Brew drink from plant. You don't have enough barrels for it? Suppose we don't have enough space for it. Just keep that space moving. You know what, actually? I don't think we actually need to dig that out. Instead, what we could do is we can redraw this, get rid of the bottom half like so, and then take this one, which is our drink stockpile, and just plop them in there. Holy, that's filling out quickly. I suppose the good thing about leaving all this space over here is that you can dig out more of it and put in some more. Very wild, very interesting. Rockmug 30. More onyx. Okay. This has been dug out pretty intently at this point. All in all, not too bad. So, what I'm going to do is, once we have our ranged dwarves trained to a certain level, I'm going to send out another raiding party against this. That means there's only 2 of them left. There's a 10 and a 30 population. 10, a little bit more, around 10, around 30, and this one is around 20. These 2 are going to be a much bigger problem because there's 30 of them and then there's 75 of them. Yeah. Suppose we could do that. Those guys are headed out to do stuff though. We'll wait. We'll wait. We'll figure it out. That's been dug out fairly okay. As you can see, this is already filled. Like, this is where all the drink is. We have so much drink that we physically can't store all of it, I don't think. Oh, we have some more bunnies. Oh, sorry, just a random plump helmet man just chilling out here. What I will do, sort by that. Oh, someone has a pet rabbit. Cute. Then we shall... Oh, my headset's starting to die. So let me just plug it back in here. Sorry, I just need to pop that in there. Hi, Wolven. And no, that being claimed by a pet thing only applies to cats. As you can see, cats say if they're uninterested as in an owner. Cats will pick essentially if they want to be pets or not. However, you can make other animals available as pets. So, for example, you can decide to make, you know, rabbits available as pets, cows available as pets, that sort of thing. The dog you can train in different ways, obviously. The dingoes are available as pets. IRL rabbits are just as choosy as cats. This is true, but it's probably funnier this way, to be honest. Like, you can make llamas pets, mules, rams, reindeers, cows, water buffalo, bulls. You can make yaks and stuff like that. And like, people will have pets, but I'm just gonna make a whole load of them available as pets because we might as well. Yeah, a female pig, yeah. A sow. Fully aware. What are you doing in there? Like to hang out with the beat dogs, it seems. Yeah, so we stole somewhere close to 20 beat dogs from the civilization we just burnt down. Well, sorry, not the civilization, but from the encampment we burned down. There's an encampment here that seems to have already gained a bit of population back. But the idea is that we raise it, and eventually I want to move on to the bigger areas, because we're at war with them as a civilization. And we technically are the capital, so I think it only makes sense for us to do that sort of thing. What are you? Oh, you're a toad. Now we shall take this stockpile and we shall paint a much bigger area. And we shall see in a couple seconds if that immediately gets filled out. Not as quickly. We have over 10,000 items of food in our fortress. Let me just go down to here. Thing. Accept. Seeds. All. And then we want to put in a few farmers plots up here, I think. No, we apparently can't build anymore there. So let me go to here and we can see if we can find any more big enough areas for another nice decent farm plot. I guess here will do. That'll get constructed relatively quickly. So now I think our amount of animals that we have outside will have decreased immensely, which might help with the FPS. Oh, that's right. I wanted to test, because I finally got this set up, I believe. I want to test our military training sort of area. I'm going to move all of our spear dwarves down here. We're going to lock these two doors, and we're going to have someone pull this thing, and this goblin who is in here. It's a goblin thief. They're not particularly well equipped. As you can see, we have 10 of our dwarves coming down here. They all slide in. We lock this door. It won't really matter, but we can just pull this lever. Someone coming past will pull the lever. This cage will open. The goblin will attempt to attack us, and at that point, we will basically just kill it. It's a convenient way to get some actual military experience. Probably wouldn't be a terrible idea, however, to put in a few more. And lever gets pulled, goblin gets let out, goblin is killed. Don't need to station anymore. And then we can unforbid that. And that cage will be moved out of there. So that works. Let me just do this for this diorite piece. Because I think if we do this, it'll get dumped. And I needed to get out of there like yesterday. So now we know that works. What I might do is if I go to, it's F4, yes, F4 and an up one. If I go in here, trap some restraint, install cages, select material, there's a Crundle. Now I have zero interest in trying to train Crundles. So what I can do is I can put in some of these Crundles into here and give the dwarves more things to kill. The thing about Crundles is that they're not too tough. They don't have any, like, they have I think the only weapons they have are their own, like, biting, and our dwarves wear armor from head to toe. The giantess, however, not as interested in that. I think what I can do here is I can link up all of these. I can link up this lever to all of these cages for one pull, so they pull one, and then, you know, all of them open up. Because if I was to do it the other way and have, you know, 4 cages, say, linked to 4 different levers, you would have to figure out a way to get all of them pulled at the same time, which probably won't happen. But that's good. We know we can do that now. We know that that's a viable training method for our dwarves, and we can get them a decent bit of skill. At least for those dwarves, because our actual military dwarves are supposed to be training constantly anyway. At the moment, obviously, they're not. As you can see, there's Crundles in here now. You guys... Let me check one of you guys. A, B, E... A, B, L. Yep, you're a recruit. You're watching the dodging. You're happy, it looks like. You're an adequate dodger. You're a dabbling spear dwarf. Distracted after being... He's not distracted after being away. Not distracted after being unoccupied. Unfocused after doing nothing creative. Unfettered after doing something exciting. You're... I go to your overview. Right, so you have no more need for training. So we're going to get rid of you. We'll move on to somebody else. You guys should be on duty now. As all of you guys should probably just go on duty for a little bit. So we'll see if any dwarves want to adopt any pet rabbits, because it'll pop up, I think, on my side, on the side here. If they actually, you know, adopt any of them. Oh, this doesn't fill out as quickly, at least. It's filling out moderately quickly, but it's not as quickly. It's red. Thread should probably be stored here. Not in sheet. Yeah, thread should be stored here. Very weird that that's not being moved out of there, but nothing we can really do about it at the moment. More dwarven wine being made. Very good. So I'm gonna go take a quick bio. Anyone needs to stand up, stretch, grab something to drink, go ahead and do that. Okay, we're back. Turn the music down a touch. What is next on the list? Let's see here. Wooden buckets have been made. Good, we needed those for the lye and stuff that we have around. What's our soap situation like? Decent bit of it. What is our coke? 1300. Charcoal 50. Okay. Just gonna go down here and make sure this door is open. It is. So what we're gonna do then is we're gonna chop down some of these trees up here, because there is a bunch of them. Mag. Ugh. Stone. We have 224 magnetite ore still, so we have a bunch of iron ore lying around. What I'm going to have them do is... Let me go in here. 25. We're essentially just going to have them make a bunch more iron spears. Bunch more iron mail shirts. And a bunch more iron helms. And some iron shields. The same variety. One of iron shields is less than 100. Make them. And iron short sword. Iron short sword. We have so much iron just in general that making some iron short swords just to sell them. Oh, not 1,000, 100. Just a generally good idea, I think, to have some more economy around. Also, creating more wealth usually means that you attract more more potential for migrants. So, for example, we can't reach down here because of the rivers. Well, because of the sea. Masterpiece Bloodthorn bin. Interesting. Nice. So that's a lot of logs already chopped down. The reason I'm chopping those down is because I'm starting to see we're starting to like not fill out our stockpile as much anymore. And I, for one, am not interested in having another situation where we run out of coal coke. Oh my god. There was a bunch of bituminous coal, I want to say, on this level over here. Yes. Mostly just looking to see if I can spot the coal clumps on the ground. Oh, there's more up here as well. Perfect. $161. That's fine. Just get some more of it. Never hurts to have more coal. Now, is there anything else going on here? Ash has been complete. Good. These guys are looking like they're hauling up this wood, I think. Yeah, that's what's happening. That's fine. Plump helmet man over there. Nothing of any real... Excuse me. My god, I'm tired. I get some early night tonight. Bank holiday tomorrow all the same, but we can do it. Right, nothing of note really going on. Just wanted to check my messages because I almost always seem to have some these days. Those pigtails are getting grown. That's good. That's good. More reindeer calves. Excuse me. People are sparring. That's fine. Let's go in here and check that rock mug. There it is. The amount of empty rock mugs is less than 150. We don't need to make so many of them. It's kind of wasting our non-economic rock, to be honest. Even though we have a bunch of it around, it's probably just good to just let it roll for a bit. As you can see, we have a lot of it here. And these two haven't really been... Well, this one's kind of filling up. But it wouldn't hurt, really, to let it roll for a bit until we have enough enough to last for a long time. Anything else around? No, not particularly here, it looks like. So what we are going to do then is we are going to head down into the basement here. Now this wood's all been gathered up, it looks like, finally. Very nice. Okay. We're going to open up one of those goodie huts. So this is a goodie hut here, if you couldn't tell. They added in these in one of the... I think it was a Steam update. Essentially, it is a lot of very expensive gemstones and obsidian with a potential prize in the middle, and the prize can be anything up to and including death. So we're going to move our dwarves over here. We're going to wait for him to get there. After that's done, we're going to assign a dig order, more or less, just to... Also, the dwarves will probably fight these cave spiders too. Yep, there they are. Nyom. And now that they're here, we do that. Here comes the rest of the dwarves. There's our miner. Oh, he's ran away. Another spear dwarf coming. Let's see if we have a prize here. Gamers win prizes. It's another hammer dwarf. Here comes our miners. And bang. Oh. Now, it looks like there isn't anything here because there's an emerald cluster in the middle. Sometimes these clusters can have a prize in the middle. And that prize will be death. But I wanted to dig it out to see if there's anything actually in there. And since there isn't, we'll just dig it out. Our dwarves will then leave, go do other things. I wasn't actually aware of this, I believe, but when I dug out a big chunk of like area over here, and I didn't realize that one of the things I dug out was a goodie hut until afterwards. I hadn't realized they were a thing. We have another one here. Red diamond, obsidian, star ruby, emerald, obsidian, yellow diamond, obsidian. So what we're going to want to do here is dig out enough of a space that our dwarves can move around in and not get stuck. So what do we have here? We have a red diamond, obsidian, yellow diamond, obsidian, emerald, star ruby. Right. Doesn't look like anything too fancy. We also have another one, I believe, under here. Yeah, here. We have another one here. I don't think we have any others, unfortunately, around here. At least none that I can see. They're always in a 3x3 cube. That's not one. That's just an unfortunate generation, it looks like. Same here. What about over here? Might be one over here somewhere. Peridot. Nothing too expensive, so it's probably not that either. Oh, there's one. Interesting little swing to this beat. Struck emerald. Iron stuff has been made. Ash has been made. Lye has been made. Good. Let's see if there's anything in here that's noteworthy. There's native gold. Native platinum. Where's that? Oh, it's over here? That's in the wall over here. It's in the floor over here, it looks like. Where was that native gold? That's in the walls there. Cool. Nothing noteworthy. Well, there's another gutty hut, but it's in the floor, so we can't get to it. So yeah, that's good. There's more stuff over here at least. Masterwork iron weapons. Doesn't necessarily mean that we want to use them ourselves, but it does, however, mean that we'll have a bunch of options. Anything in here looks good? Not really. A lot of this looks like fairly normal stuff. Yeah, it's just in the walls over here. Garnerite, tetrahedrite, nothing particularly fancy looking. Oh. Right, so they spawned down here. Okay. So we are going to send all of our military squads down to here. How many did we get? 6? There's another goody hut there. Got 12 now. Right, I'm actually going to click on these random dwarves here and see if they have 7 iron bolts. You 25. You've none. You've 18. 25. You've 1. Now, where are all these guys? They have all spawned all over here, it looks like, which isn't too far away. That went fairly okay. Aside from this dwarf who's stuck in the tree. They're seriously injured, but they're not bleeding. Now they're bleeding. They're stunned. Someone needs to come over and give her a hand, it looks like. Oh, there we go. She's being moved. Anyone else here? Yeah, we have 2 people here who are injured. Missing some hair. You got some suturing done. Yeah, not too bad. Could have gone a lot worse. And is that her? No, I'll see her appear at some point here, but I don't think this is her. No, this is the King Consort. This is an actual doctor. Looks like. Ooh, sorry. Just slapped my microphone. It's not very nice of me. Shouldn't be doing that. Oh, excuse me. This is her. Oh, she's flimsy. So that could have gone a lot worse. We had 3 dwarves who are moderately hurt. The worst of it seems to be a case of a dwarf like threw themselves up a tree, got hit in the knee really hard with a spear, and it's caused them to not be able to walk. I don't think that's a permanent injury. I think they should be fine. Give them, you know, a couple weeks to recover. I think they should be back on their feet. It's not like it is with, you know, someone who's had their nervous tissue ripped open or their nervous tissue destroyed. It's just a muscle injury, which, you know, it's not great, but it does mean that I think she'll be able to walk. So, could be a lot worse. We have 1,500 fish. Yeah. Interesting. There's some drinks up here still, it looks like. Yeah. There's a rum barrel up here with some rum in it. What is our soap looking like? A 44 Forgotten Beast soap, 7 elk bird soap, bird dog soap, cat soap, donkey soap, yak soap, reacher soap. So we have plenty of soap. That's good. Masterwork iron short sword. Very good. You guys on constant training? Yeah. You guys, however, you can go off constant training now. You guys can stick on it. You guys can stick on it. You can also go off constant training. Give them some time to go do some other stuff. And what I probably will do is I will probably take... Not these guys. These guys I think are very good. Expert Hammer Dwarf, Legendary Observer, Accomplished Fighter. People who are pretty good at their jobs here, so I think we can kind of, you know, let that be for a bit. People are sparring, that's good. Stuff is getting done. Quick reminder, by the way, I'm only 2 follows away from hitting the affiliate requirements, so it'd be really cool if we could do that this stream. That way I can apply to affiliate once Twitch updates its like thing and actually lets you do it properly. Everything's still edible with that much food? Yes. So, essentially, the game works like this. As long as the food isn't sitting in the kitchen, like there isn't stuff down in this area of your kitchen workshops, it will not rot. So, for example, this is all of our prepared food in here. It will not rot as long as it is stored in a barrel. Sort of, I assume there's some sort of preparation thing, or maybe it's like just hand woven away for now. What I might actually do is I'm going to leave the fine meals on, but I'm going to be prepare lavish meal. I'm going to have that be set to 100 a day. As long as this is greater than 100, just make 100 of them a day. Lavish meals give better mood. They give better. The queen is fighting with a child. They give better. You know, it's like, oh, I had a lavish meal. It means I feel better about myself. You know, which is fair. Also going to go ahead and have this smelt native gold ore. As long as we have less than 75 gold bars, smelt 10 of them. Because we have a bunch of gold nuggets and there's a bunch of gold ore around, so you might as well use it for something. And 1400 coke. I'm also going to put in another order for iron bolts. Make 100 of them when the amount of iron bolts is less than 2,500. Because we're training with them, we're using them, so we're going to end up in a situation where we're actually going to run out. So I go back up to here and then go up 2 levels. Spirit Dwarves are sparring. Cooked a masterpiece. Very nice. We'll make it out of let me just make sure that's set up properly. Show planner. There we go. Alright, let me just make sure that covers our fishing area. It does not. So I will then Control M. And we will go ahead and construct some more walls to go right the way out to there. And then up and then across. Now that means is that they can always fish here. Ooh, hematite. And as we can see, these walls are being built really quickly. And once they're all put in, it basically means that we will have a safe area to fish all the time. Become a hammer lord. Domas, is that you? Domas, this guy. You're not wearing your steel high boots. You're 24 years old though, and you're already a great hammer dwarf. So let me just go into here and bam, bam, update your equipment. There's probably enough steel and all that around now at this point. Oh, roast almonds, delicious. So now this is finished, which basically means that this guy, he's a fish cleaner. He can fish in, we can all fish in this area. There's no way into it. And what I will do is I will construct a stairwell goes up, and then I will put in a whole roof, so that way we don't need to worry about our dwarves getting caught in the rain out here. This is more or less just for me being one of those. It's just one of those things where I'm like, I might as well have somewhere where the dwarves can fish outside. Honestly, this doesn't really matter. If they did manage to get in there, they'd have to go past the dingoes to get to our actual base, which is good. I suppose what I could do is I could dig out a little area in here and put our beak dogs in there. Suppose that would work. Migrants have arrived. We had 194. Let's see what we end at. Oh, hey, you got the kill. Very nice. That's good. The company of purifying a doctor guild has been established. I thought we already had a doctor's guild. Oh, it's because there's more than 10 members now and the value of the place is so high. I should also, to be fair, put some bookcases in here. Should also furniture table. Nah. Don't like that. They're too tightly placed together. I will instead put some bookcases in here vertically. That should be enough to keep it going for now, at least. And there are bookcases over here as well. Good. Very nice. Very good, very good. Mandated construction of certain goods. What goods do you want? You want bins. We can do that. Make 10 of them. Right, we'll probably go for another half hour and then I'm probably going to have to call it because if you guys can't tell, I'm kind of tired today. I spent most of my morning applying for work, and now I'm just kind of tired. So, yeah. Just wait for that corner to be done so I can smooth the whole corner. Apparently not. Alright. Oh, nope, there it is. Finally. Put all that in there, and hopefully that'll be enough to get it to a decent value, so that way people will be a little bit more happy when they're visiting and praying to their deities and stuff. Ooh. A gremlin. Very good. It's been driven away. That's happy. That's good. That's good. Oh, you're stranded. 4 up. Link that to there. Link it to there. Link it to there. Link it to there. I don't know what's going on there. Bashes the gremlin in the right lower leg with a silver hammer, fracturing the bone. The force bends the right knee and splits apart in gore. The ligament is torn, the tendon has been torn. The gremlin falls over. Oh, Lord. The gremlin gives into pain. The hammer dwarf bashes the gremlin in the head with its silver warhammer, bruising the muscle, jamming the skull through the brain, and tearing apart the brain. Whew. That's a bad way to go, gentlemen. That's a bad way to go. Mandated construction of certain goods. What would you like? Crutches. Native gold. Forge gold. Crutch. Can't make a chain. Or is it make gold? Crutch. Ooh. Here we go. Filling up pretty quickly. Just telling the dwarves to gather up some of the surface fruits and veg and stuff, which is, you know, it's just nice to have in the stockpile. And then we can head down here, do the same thing here, basically gather up everything that exists. Just gather up a bunch of stuff, because it never hurts to have more. Iron bolts have been made. Good. Masterpiece stuff has been made. Good. I'm gonna take our main squads off of training duty so they can. Ooh. That's another goodie hut. Looks like stuff is being gathered up pretty quickly. Lavish meals are being made. Good. That means we have a bunch of new food bits and pieces around. Let's go over to this. There are plenty of fish to be worked on as well, which is good. The Queen has ended the mandate. Good. Masterwork iron swords. Very nice. I want to see if C D E Electrum. I want to put in an order for. Oh. I'd like to put an order for mint Electrum coins. Just make 10 of them. Just mint 10 of them. I want to see if they're any good. Boom, 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 boom. Their stocks are still doing okay. Good. I will, however, ask for another load of bins, I think. Right, this squad, we want to go through them and see how people are doing. You definitely have a need for training. You have a need for training. Need for training. And then we're just going to go ahead and put them straight back on to constant training. That'll keep them happy for a bit. It also means that people in there who have a desire to learn things will learn things, which is good. Electrum coins has been made. Let's take a look at these Electrum coins. Image of two Marquise cut gems on the coin's back is a super designed image of Cadol cyclone portals to Dwarf and dwarves. Clone cyclone portals surrounded by dwarves. It's the extension of the dwarf Cadol cyclone's position of Queens of Stokequakes in 2. That's pretty cool. Green tourmaline. You managed the construction of bins. I think we have bins already in the works, do we? Yes, no worry about that. Struck some ruby. Oh wow, I didn't think we could get rubies that high up, but here we are. Now I want to say no to some more gemstones. Okay, it is almost time for me to end the stream. So we're just gonna paint in that. And now we are going to I won't lie, I'm half tempted to run like a tunnel over here so we can like dig up and make like a little tower over here in this area as well. Might be something we do in the future. That's an idea for next stream. So before we end this stream, we are going to send out our dwarves against these guys. We're going to raise them. We're not going to bother with livestock. That'll do. So we're going to wait for them to go out and then come back on their hunt. We're going to read the report and then we'll probably end the stream. See what it's like. Yet again, if you've been enjoying the stream, even though I have been yawning like a madman the entire time, please hit the follow button. It would really help. I'm 2 followers away from my goal of becoming an affiliate on Twitch. So that would be an immense help if anyone here would mind. What we can do, as a little bit of entertainment, is this set up? Yes. So what we can do send you guys down here. There's only 4 crundles. They're not super tough. They're only crundles after all. We are then going to lock this door. And then we're going to have someone pull this lever. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Should be 2 more of them. But as you can see, didn't really matter. Then we can put in some more of these cages, shall we? Let's see. We should have some more crundles around. Boom, boom. Oh, I keep forgetting to change the... I gotta turn off the planner. There's some goblins, I guess. The giantess is definitely not something that we're gonna put up against our trainee squad. They will just get destroyed. Oh. Keep misclicking. Then tower cap shield. We should have some more crundles in here. Yeah, there's a crundle. Put in some more cages. No, can't search for crundles. That's unfortunate. Dwarf. Crundle. Crundle. Perfect. Spot on. As you can see, everything's been moved out. And then once that's done, we'll be able to link up this mechanism here again, and we'll be able to do it all over again. Oh, they're bringing in the chalk as well. How are we doing on that? We're okay, actually. Queen has mandated stuff again. More crutches. Make a gold one. Blackberry wine sounds pretty nice, actually. Set to the wrong kind of gold. That could be a lot worse. Oh, hey, Bailey. Thanks for the follow. That's 1 follower away from the affiliate goal. Thanks for that. It's much appreciated. Doing well. Thanks for asking. Hope you've had a good weekend. I'm quite tired. I had a very busy day yesterday. And I had a lot of stuff going on with trying to find work at the moment, so I'm kind of stressed out on that as well. But obviously, I'm doing this right now, so I'm doing something a little bit fun today. Streamed for a good 4.5 hours yesterday. I've streamed for 3 hours already today. Probably won't be going much later than we are already. I'm just waiting for a exhibition we've sent out to return. Thanks. So I've sent out a exhibition to raid this. How do I play this game? You try as hard as you can not to die. So this fort has been going on this is part 15. And each stream is around 2.5 to 3 hours. So, what? That's 45 hours worth of playtime in this one fort. Essentially, imagine it like this, right? Try to get rid of all this. There's nothing here. There's no digging. There's nothing. There's nothing been built. There's no walls. There's none of this. There is just a single deployment here. There are 7 dwarves, a wagon, and a will to make something. And then they build those. I think some of those dwarves are still around. I could be wrong. 45 hours. I call that a good start. Correct, Chiller. That's true. A lot of people in Dwarf Fortress will spend hundreds of hours on each fort they're in. But this fort's been around for about 45-50 hours now. And the concept is you try to create a dwarven civilization. You start off as usually like a little hamlet with nothing. But I've gotten to the point now where this fort it's essentially self-sustaining now. We have enough food, we have enough water, we have enough everything to essentially just go, anything I want to do now I can. So I decided that the lore of this fortress is that we actually asked these elves, this giant elven civilization cropping up here, hey, we know that there is a lot of ore and everything we need to make a really, really good like weapon production area in the hills between your forest and our encampments. Can we, build a city or send a group of dwarves out to, actually create this? And they said, yeah, sure, as long as you follow our rules. And if we tell you to stop chopping down trees, you do that. And so far, we've gotten along well with the elves. We've traded them for some giant animals because that's the thing the elves can get. They are unique in that they can train giant animals to be tame. We are at war with this civilization of goblins down here. These 5 or 6 red tiles you see in this corner. And I've essentially decided that we have now got together enough of a military and enough of a metal industry and enough of like a actual basis for power that it's totally fine for me to go, okay guys, we're gonna start raiding. So if I go to my reports here, you can see we've already, oh yeah, that's right, I've also sent out dwarves to like try and I took Chiller's advice. Chiller gave me some advice the other day to like send out people to ask to, you know, just, hey, seize territory, and they might send you trading caravans. So I've decided to just do that. But as you can see, we've also raised certain things down to the ground. We've sent people out to raid this little thing here. We killed a bunch of goblins. We did a fairly good time. I am currently training our sort of local militia in order to actually be any good at their job. By putting Crundles and cages into this area and putting our dwarves in there and then opening the cages. So far it's done pretty alright. Yeah, it's a very complex game. It does take a while to get there. Let me just forbid all of those. But once you get there, it's a lot of fun because you can make, you know, the stories you ever want. You can build your fort the way you want to build it. So as you can see, we have giant dingoes here. These things are massive. And the reason I bought them initially was because I thought we could combat train them and turn them into like an actual military thing. But unfortunately, you can't combat. Dwarves aren't capable of combat training giant dingoes. It kind of sucks that way, but hey, at least I know now. We've had some legendary beasts show up. I'm only just getting my head around Civilization 6. That's fair. It took me a while to get my head around Civilization 6 as well. This is mad confusing. Absolutely. Like, I never expect anyone to understand Dwarf Fortress the first time they play it. Because the first time I played this game, I forgot to bring an axe to chop down trees. So I had no way to start a metal industry. Because you need to have some way to make fuel. And the usual way you do that is, aside from bringing coal coke with you, is you chop down a couple trees and make charcoal. How long have I played for? So this version of the game that you're looking at on stream is the Steam version. It's been out for about 2 years. Yeah. So the version of this game came out a little bit after I think I started working in software, which is about 2 years ago. And then before that, it was just ASCII. So let me show you. So in our settings here, game, I believe it is. No, is it in video? Yes. This is what the game used to look like. This is the ASCII art of this game. And this is how I played this game for about 200 or 300 hours, give or take. However, I will say, a lot easier to read this than it is to read the ASCII version. But people still play the ASCII version of this game. There are graphical mod packs to make the game look even better if you like that, or however else. But I quite like the baseline version of this game. So there's probably about 700 hours in Dwarf Fortress total. But it's still not as much as other people I know. There's other people who I know who have thousands upon thousands of hours in this game. How do people not get migraines from that? Great question. My assumption is that people either got used to it or it was just a case of back then, because this game came out initially in 2004 or earlier, I think. Like this game initially was built by one guy and his brother, built by two people for a very long time. And then when they released the Steam version, all of a sudden they had a shit ton of money, because the Steam version was like, you have to buy the Steam version. You can get the ASCII version, I think, for basically free, I think. And you can obviously give the guys a coffee or donate to them or their Patreon or whatever else you want to do. Hey, we've hit our follower goal. Thanks, team DSR Official. Whomster you, sir? I don't know who this is. Oh, you're a Rocket League team, are you? That's what it looks like. Oh, they've got a Rocket League team. That's cool. I remember when Rocket League first came out. I thought I would go pro. I remember playing a ton of it on my PS4. Really enjoyed it. Ah, our squad has returned. So let's read this report, shall we? So thanks again, Team DSR. It's a big help. It's great of you to follow me. I appreciate it a lot. I see you guys are also a member of Team Doris. Thanks a lot for that as well. It's good. I am now your 69th follower, Team DSR. Let's do it. So what did they steal? They stole a jaguar leather glove, a large rat tunic, green glass, I think that's an instrument, an iron helm, a copper warhammer, a wood table, 25 silver bolts, 2 copper low boots, 1 copper toy axe, 1 beak dog leather water skin, 1 Gorlak leather shoe, 1 iron cap, 1 wild boar leather bag, 1 copper mace, 1 lion leather tunic, oh my god, 1 skunk leather baru, don't know what that is, 1 pigtail shoe, and 1 copper bar. Very nice. Very nice. Let's read. I'm gonna let this play. I'm gonna look at the chat here for a bit. Thanks. Congratulations on the good work, and congrats on 50 followers. Thanks for that, Team DSR. It's much appreciated. I've only been streaming like consistently for I think a month. I think I started streaming again like the start of last April. I think my first Dwarf Fortress stream went live on the 3rd of April 2024. It is currently May 5th 2024, meaning it's taken me about a month to get to 50 followers. But hey, it's really cool. My plan, my ultimate goal was that we would hit 50 followers on this stream, and we have. So thanks again for that. It's amazing. I'm going to read this report, and we're going to see what happened. In the late summer 58, the Stoked Quakes, by the way, the reason why, I'm going to say this now, the reason why it's only the late summer 58 is that in this game's embarkment settings, you can decide how many years of history your world has. So I think you can go 50 is the minimum and like 200 is the maximum. And what is usually expected is that the longer your history is, the more likely you are to have wacky rare were creatures around. So for example, in order to get a were creature in the game, there's none of them in year 1. None of them spawn at all in the initial spawning of the world. However, what happens is that if someone has a tantrum, or has a mental break or whatever else, and knocks over like an altar, that will curse them with lycanthropy of any kind. So I've seen like were geckos, Were boars, you know, crazy shit that you wouldn't usually expect. So that's why it's only 58. So we've been playing this fortress for 8 years. Anyway, in the late summer of 58, the Stoked Quakes attacked the large hell of the Dipped Deceiver at Find Devil. It's a great name. The dwarf Azuz Mirror Labored led the attack. That is our legendary spear dwarf. And the defenders were led by Goblin Demso Scaly Plagues. Ugh. In the late summer of 58, the dwarf Mirror Labored outmatched the dwarf with a cunning plan, and the attackers had a strong positional advantage in Fin Devil. The Goblin Utes Limb Scourges confronted the dwarf Etor. In the late summer of 58, the Goblin tongue was torn off. The Goblin Utes was struck down by the dwarf. The Goblin attacked the dwarf Manum Ratsub the Strategic. In the late summer of 58, struck down by the dwarf Roasted Gears the Strategic. Matched Flags attacked the dwarf. Oh, they have dwarves. Mirror Trotten. The Goblin Scaly Plagues was struck down, so we killed their leader. The Goblin right hand was ripped off. Crown Empty was struck down by a dwarf. Right eye was torn out by the dwarf. Struck down by the dwarf. Lancer Quakes. The Glum Quietness. The Goblin was struck down. More goblins were killed. Upper arm was smashed. The late summer of 58. Damn. When you get into combat, like when it's actively in your fort, like we had a raid earlier by bat people in one of the caves, it gets super detailed. Like we had one of our dwarves be unable to stand because the bat creature's spear hit them in the leg, and it like ripped the muscle that connected it ripped the muscle, which meant they couldn't stand anymore. So it was very, very intense for a bit. In the late summer of 58, the Noble Tree of Den destroyed. So we destroyed it, it looks like. So if I go back into here, if I scroll up here, no civilized population. Wow. Well done. Well done. Let's see if we lost anyone. Not currently. No. No. Looks like it went very well then. Looks like everyone got their job done. Jesus Christ. So yeah, welcome to Dwarf Fortress. It's stressful. Thanks for the follow, Ray. Number 51, thanks for that. You have a carpenter throwing a tantrum. Right. So, I've been streaming officially for 3.5 hours. Which means I need to go. I've been trying to like, I need to take a little bit of time off, obviously, to actually go do things that I want to go do. And while this is a lot of fun, I enjoy this, it's a great time, it's very, very stressful and very, very draining on my social battery. So, what I'm going to do is, I'm going to save the game. I can also show you what year this game released. And we're going to raid. Will we raid into another... Yeah, we'll raid into another Dwarf Fortress streamer. Why not? Yeah, sure. So we're just gonna raid this particular individual. I think you can see, yeah, down on the bottom right here. This is version 50. Excuse me, version 50 was the Steam release. In that, so there's been 13 patches more or less in the time that it's been released on Steam, and the game came out in 2002. Like, I think there is footage of this game from back when YouTube was released and back when Twitch was called Justin TV and all of that, and all of it was in the old school ASCII art. And I remember watching people play it in the ASCII art and being like, oh my god, my brain, how the hell can you tell anything apart in this? Everything looks exactly the same, you know. And it was a task, and I know a lot of people who worked on the like art packs to make the game a lot more digestible. So, I am done for the day. We're going to raid Queen Elf. She is currently playing Dwarf Fortress. Looks like she's getting ready for an embark. Or no, she's actually she's in the middle of an embark. Looks like she's not as far along as me at the moment with this particular one. But she's currently getting some stuff ready, so let's go ahead over. We'll say hi. And thanks again to Bailey, to Trabia, to Team DSR Official, and to Ray9 for the help and for the follows today. You guys have gotten me over 50 followers, which means that I will soon be applying to Twitch affiliate. Thank you so much for that. Have a great rest of your weekend. Those of you who have it, like myself, enjoy your long weekend. See you guys next time.